So you realize your passport's expired, your flight's in 10 days, and now you're in full panic mode. So you do what most people do. You search for a fast passport solution, you find a private expediting company, and see a service fee that makes you stop cold. Your first thought is probably absolutely not. Why would I pay hundreds of dollars to a middleman when I can just go to the government myself? Well, and that reaction makes sense. But here's the part that catches a lot of travelers off guard. In an urgent passport situation, that service fee might actually be the cheaper option. In this video, I'm going to break down the hidden cost of solving an urgent passport need yourself, and why a good registered passport courier can sometimes save you money. And finally, I'm going to help you tell the difference between a legitimate courier and a company that's really nothing more than a slick website and a bunch of big broken promises. And real quick, if this kind of practical travel guidance is helpful, hit that like and subscribe button. For more than 20 years, U.S. Passport Service Guide has helped travelers with questions about passports, visas, border rules, and the document mistakes that catch people off guard. We perform regular audits of America's top passport expediting services so you can make better decisions when time is short. Your support helps us to keep doing that work. So before we get into the rankings of the best passport expediting services, we're going to do a quick reality check. If you're applying for your first passport or a child's passport or any other case that requires you to submit the application and those supporting documents in person, that step still applies even when you use a courier service. A courier company cannot skip or replace that in-person submission step. You'll need to complete that part first, then send your package to the expediting company with 2 authorization letters, one placed inside the sealed envelope that the agent gives you, and one attached outside that envelope. So now let's talk about the real trap. A lot of travelers assume that the cheapest move is to skip the courier and go straight to the government. In some cases it is, but there are some cases where it isn't. Once you're truly in urgent passport territory, meaning you have traveled within 14 days or 28 days if you need a visa, you're going to need to get and attend a regional passport agency appointment. That means the problem is no longer just the government fee, the problem is everything that makes that process work. The closer you get to your departure date and the farther you are from the nearest regional agency, the harder it gets, and unfortunately the more expensive it can get. So first you have to get an appointment. That alone can be a mess. Appointments can be scarce and they go live online at odd, unpredictable times, and landing one can feel like trying to grab a concert ticket the second it becomes available. Then, once you get the appointment, you still gotta go. And unless you live close to a regional passport agency, that trip can get expensive fast. There's only 26 of them nationwide, and you may not even be able to get an appointment in time at the agency nearest to where you are. So now start doing that math. To get to this appointment, you're gonna need time off from work. There's no weekend or holiday appointments available. You got to pay for gas, a flight, or some other form of transit to get there and back. That could also mean tolls and city parking too. Most passports are issued the same day, but that's not guaranteed either, and you may be forced to either stay and pick up your passport the next day, or have it mailed to you via an expedited mail service. That can mean extra trips or hotel nights or shipping costs, and throughout all of this, you still have to pay for the basics like meals and beverages. That's why comparing the courier fee to the government fee alone is the wrong comparison. The real comparison is the courier fee versus the total cost of trying to solve the crisis entirely on your own. That's the part most people miss. So let's get to what a courier actually does. The biggest point of confusion is that a passport courier, they don't actually make the government process faster than applying directly at a regional passport agency. And that matters because this is where people start to get confused and where also some companies get a little too cute with their marketing. A legitimate registered courier is not some secret government backdoor. It's not magic, and it doesn't let you skip the rules. What an expediting service can do is make a bad situation easier to manage. A good courier can give you the paperwork guidance you need to help avoid the kinds of mistakes that stall applications. They handle the logistics of getting your application where it needs to go and your new passport back to you without you having to chase every step yourself. And that's the real value. You're not paying for special treatment. You're paying to reduce friction, reduce mistakes, and reduce the personal cost of trying to handle a high-pressure situation on your own. It's the same reason people hire tax professionals or use expedited shipping companies. They technically provide services you could do by yourself. They just do it with a higher level of efficiency and expertise. In the case of passport expediters, one of the benefits they have is they have standing appointments every single day. So while you may have to wait online and try to snag one real quick, they have them. So these registered companies do help you get into a line that you may not have been able to get into by yourself. So here's how we evaluate these companies. The fact is not every company in this space deserves your trust. Some are legitimate, but some are not. Some are misleading, and some are really good at looking really polished online while telling you absolutely nothing useful about how they actually operate. That's exactly why US Passport Service Guide vets these businesses. We don't just take a company's marketing at face value. So we start with the State Department's list of registered courier companies. If you look at that list, you'll notice pretty quickly that it doesn't tell you much. It doesn't help you separate the best from the worst. We fix that. Next, we look at the company websites. We check their support contact information. We review how clear or vague their processes are. We look for evidence of a real physical drop-off location when one is claimed. And we contact all these companies directly through their published customer service channels to verify how their service actually works, or if they won't tell us. We also look at things travelers actually care about in a crisis, whether a real human answers the phone, whether bilingual support is available, whether same-day claims are explained clearly, whether the service is truly remote or expects local drop-off, and whether the process makes sense in the real world. That's the point of our research, to test their promises, procedures, and results against reality. These are not rankings for the sake of rankings. This is the actual advice we give to our readers, our viewers, our friends, and our family. Real vetting, so you don't get burned when you're already under pressure. So with that in mind, here are the results from our latest audit. Rather than just giving you a numbered list, here's how we think about the best passport expediting services based on the actual problems you're trying to solve. So, if your biggest worry is actually mailing your documents, the courier we recommend is Rush My Passport. For some travelers, the biggest stress point is simple. They don't want to put their application, their original documents, their identifying documents in the mail and just hope everything goes smoothly. Trust me, I've seen your comments. The mail isn't inspiring a lot of confidence these days. And if that's your biggest concern, Rush My Passport stands out for convenience and control. And the big reason is that Rush My Passport has a partnership with FedEx Office. That means instead of mailing your application materials to the expediter, you can hand deliver it to your nearest FedEx Office retail location, which is almost certainly closer than your nearest regional passport agency, and you don't need that appointment. That gives you a much more structured handoff point, tracked shipping, and in many locations, you can even get passport photo services in that same stop. Now, that doesn't make the government process faster than a direct agency appointment. What it does do is make the front end of the process feel a lot less shaky, and as a bonus, ensure you have quality passport photos ready to go too. For a lot of travelers, that matters. But if your biggest worry is making a mistake, Texas Tower Passport and Visa Services impressed us. For other travelers, the biggest fear is not the mail, it's the paperwork. That fear is completely reasonable. You miss one signature, you use the wrong form, you overlook one requirement. Now you're not just annoyed, now you may be looking at delays, missed travel, and a much bigger mess than that service fee you are trying to avoid. If the biggest value for you is having a real person who can help catch problems before the application goes in, Texas Tower Passport and Visa Services stands out here. That kind of review is not flashy, but in a passport emergency, it can be exactly what saves the trip. Keep in mind, this is a regional business that offers nationwide service. They don't have as many locations as other couriers on this list, certainly not Rush My Passport, which means you'll have to consider mailing times to and from their Texas locations when you're making your plans. Moving on, if your biggest worry is hidden fees or a vague process, this is a common problem in the industry. It's a bait and switch. The headline fee looks one way, and then the actual process looks another. And by the time you get to the end, the total cost is not what you thought it would be. That's why process clarity matters. Urgent Passport Services and Swift Passport and Visa Services stand out here for their clear digital-first and remote-friendly processes. The value is not just the price. The value is that the process is easier to understand before you commit, which lowers the odds of confusion when time is already short. And that matters more than people think. These two companies do a notably good job of removing that ambiguity in their online application and support processes. Because in an urgent passport situation, confusion costs time. And time is usually the one thing you don't have. But what if your situation is more complicated than just, I need a passport fast? And let's be real, some travelers are dealing with more complex problems. They have visa requirements, multiple destinations, or just a generally more document-heavy international trip. Well, that's where a bigger operator like CIBT or Visa HQ can make more sense. These companies are not the answer for every traveler, but when the case is more complicated than just a straightforward passport renewal, it can make sense to work with a company that's already set up to deal with both passport and visa processing under one roof. CIBT in particular is a solid option for businesses and business travelers who need those more complex travel documentation supports. That can save time, it can reduce confusion, and cut down on the risk of trying to juggle multiple bureaucracies at once. You may pay a little more for that level of support, but when time is tight, it may be worth considering. It's also worth mentioning at this point that there are companies like Rush My Passport that have sister companies designed to help with the visa support process as well. Rush My Travel Visa is also associated with Rush My Passport, and they can work in conjunction to help with a lot of those similar needs as CIBT, often at a lower price. You just have to check and figure out what works best for you. So the real takeaway here is if you're staring at an expired passport and a ticking clock, don't compare your options just by the service fee alone. That's the wrong math. Compare the total cost of the crisis, the missed work, the travel expenses, the appointment uncertainty, paperwork mistakes, the cost of the scramble, and ultimately the risk of turning a passport problem into a much bigger travel problem. That's why a service that looks expensive at first can still be a better value. Not because it makes the government move faster than direct agency service, but because it can save time, reduce friction, and keep a bad situation from getting even more expensive. So check the description or scan the QR code on screen for our fully vetted 2026 Passport Expediter directory and audit notes. If your timing's right, choose the company that best fits the specific problem you're trying to avoid. If you got questions, drop them in the comments. Safe travels, guys.